I'm Anthony Hudson. We're ready for Saturday afternoon football. Joining me as always is Gary Lyon.
Hi, Hutto. Really excited about this one today.
Today's match, Gold Coast and West Coast. Here comes West Coast.
We cross the nation, our colors share.
The banners look great as the players get set to run through them.
To win, we'll never die. Red Eagles, West Coast Eagles.
The key today is if West Coast forwards can keep the ball inside 50 and get enough repeat entries, they give themselves every chance.
Run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banners are looking great. The captains make their way to the centre circle for the coin toss. Gold Coast wins the toss. Well, we all know who should get the job done, but it's shaping as a very interesting matchup. We're just moments away from the opening bounce. And here we go. It's Gold Coast taking on West Coast. Is in his possession. We'll get a stoppage. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
It's a really entertaining game of football.
Bit too casual with the tackle. Gaff gets the handball away. That tackle just too high. Moves it by foot. The ball finds Natanui. Puts boot to ball. And the mark will be paid. Nelson goes with the kick. Finds a target. Rushes with the kick. Looks like the ball will be coming back. Puts it on the boot. A chance to reload the attack now. She releases by hand. Nelson onto the ball. Hands that ball to the opposition. Can't take possession. Puts on a bump. The umpire calls for it. Natanui gets it down. Hacking it out of there. Good mark and looks to send it back. Chips it towards half forward. The mark is taken by Miller. Chooses to play on. Doing well to intercept that kick. Sinks the slipper into it. Wins the race to the ball. Gaff running off for a break. We'll get a ball up. Natanui won the duel. Dug out the loose ball. Jetta hunted him down.
Great tackling technique.
Thank you, guys. I'll have it.
Guides it down.
Ball's pinned. Thank you.
Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
I'm liking what I'm seeing at the moment, Hutto. A great game of footy.
Finding the loose ball was Kennedy. Pushes off the tackler. Winning the ball in the air was Schofield. At full stride, receives the handball. Pushes through with power. Receives the handball and takes off. The loose ball picked up. She just too high with the tackle. Murdoch looks to build some momentum with this kick. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this far. Jetta uses it by foot. Picks up the loose ball quickly onto the boot. Slams it onto the boot. Allen did well to win that ball. A long driving kick. Keeps it moving. Weller down. Gets a quick kick away. Gets into some space to mark this. Elects to kick. Finds this and marks well. Miles wants to play on. Can he put it through? Marks now and can send it back. Moves the ball out of defence. Terrific mark there. Kick by Hanley. Steady hands there as he holds that one. The kick goes out on the full from Chewy. Chose to kick it. The ball spills free. Lemons decides to go it alone. He delivers with a drop punt. Smiles all round. Gold Coast draw first blood. Centre bounce. Witt's got the tap. Shuey did well not to fumble. He's got the football now. Fiorini comes away with the ball. Miller going for number one. The Suns finds a way to get that one through. Gets some reward for his efforts. Gold Coast getting the fast start. Back in the middle, has the rucks go at it. Witt's won the tap. She clean from the half volley.
Thank you.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square. What can you tell us at this stage, Gary?
This is a classic game we're seeing right now.
Shuey moves it by hand. Hurried kick. Right, here's the body to take that mark. Stabs at the kick. Gets into a good position to take that.
Gold Coast are allowing too many marks inside the opposition forward 50. If they continue to get beaten in this area, they'll find it difficult to keep the lead.
Dismisses the tackler. Runs it over the boundary line. We'll get a ball in. The ball is coming back into play. Hammers it. Here's Cameron. Gives it, don't argue. Bose steals possession. Intercepted.
Great tackle.
He's got the footy in his hands. The ball mopped up. Allen just threw it. The kick from Alice. Takes it well. Miller moves it now. Marked by Holman. With a driving kick. Ends up marking uncontested. Tips it towards half forward. Does well to cut off the kick. Shepherd sends one up towards the wing. She over the top. Uses it by foot. Nice mark under pressure. Moves the ball along the wing. Good mark there. Works it across the ground. Intercepts the ball well. Shuey elects to kick. Gaff with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Good-looking kick off the boot, and it's sailed through.
Yes, Hutto.
Kelly loves that goal. West Coast sink there first. We're back in the middle to resume play. Won it down. He gets his hands on the footy.
Footy.
We'll have another ball up. What do you make of the game so far, Gary?
There's some great skills on display right now. A great match.
Witt's won himself a free. Keeps the kick low. Scoops it up. She earns a free kick. He drives it. The mark is taken by Shepherd. Got boot to ball. Shows some physicality. Good grab there from Collins. Links with hands. Hanley kicks hurriedly. Greenwood has it. Handballs with the ball now. Going for goal number one. McGovern marks uncontested. Goes with the kick. Stuck the mitts out there and held on to it. Shepherd kicks hard along the boundary line. Open opportunity for Gabb. A spearing kick. Cole takes a strong mark. Uses it now. Nice work from Shee. Decides to kick. It's marked by Hutchings. Kicks hurriedly. Miles marks. Slams it on the boot. Greenwood gets in a good position. A chance to put one through for his side. Looks up with a kick. They chase after the loose ball. Contest the hard ball. Movement by hand. Hutchings wins the foot race. Moves the ball by foot. They can create from this. Looks to move it by foot. Allen found some space and marked. It'll be all tied up if he kicks this one. Good body work to win the mark. Putting this one through would give West Coast plenty of confidence. Rioli tries his luck at goal. Less than a goal the difference. West Coast right in this.
You've just got to do better there. Now they've got to sit up and find a way to stop the ball movement.
Bowes searching for a teammate. Joyce with an easy mark. Goes by foot. Out of bounds, deep inside 50. What can you tell us, Gaz?
I'm loving what this game is giving us right now.
Won the hit out. He has the ball. Got the hands free. Rioli hit the man hard. Gets it across the line. Ready to bring it back into play. The mark has been taken. Heads long with that kick. Marking in space was Collins. Gaz, what are your thoughts on that opening turn?
Gold Coast started well. Now it's time for them to do it for 4 quarters.
Time to take a look at the stats.
Gold Coast have allowed the opposition more of the ball but aren't allowing them to score from those possessions. They are defensively very sound.
Thanks, Gaz. Players ready to start the second quarter. Umpire ready to resume play. Witt hurls it away. Natanui was taken high in the tackle. Natanui has resources out wide. She puts it on the boot. Joyce leading the race to the loose ball. Well taken at ground level. Holman gathers it now. Uses it by foot. The contest, no match for him.
That's true, Hutto.
Jetta gets some distance on the kick. He just can't get out of the action. Takes a simple grab. Doing well was Natanui. He can take off after that handball. There'll be a ball up, close to goal. Witt thumped it clear. Bowes applying physical pressure. It'll be a ball up, right near the boundary line. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
It's a really good contest out there right now, and it's great to watch.
No problems with that kick from Kelly. Another goal. He's kicked a couple now. Look at them celebrate that effort.
It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement. He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot. West Coast are controlling the possession and they're using that control to hit the scoreboard.
We're back in motion. Witt with a big fist on it. Finds the loose ball. Gets the loose ball. The loose ball scooped up. Simply outplayed his opponent. 35 metres out.
Move it on!
They'll snatch the lead if this goes through. The drop punt sails between the big sticks. Sexton kicks his first. He celebrates hard after that. Gold Coast still back the lead. About to resume hostilities. Natanui thrashes it. Cameron unable to lay the tackle. Wants to keep it moving. Handballs to no one in particular. Chose to kick it. Just gets it onto the boot. Ends up turning this ball over. Just gets a hand in. Just put it on the boot. Put his body on the line. Hanley to take the free. Sinks the slipper into it. Picking it up was Cripps. Rioli going for number one. Miss from behind. West Coast now only trailed by 3.
Now they'll look to trap this ball inside their own 50 and cause a turnover. That's a big let-off there. That would have been a big goal.
Joyce to bring it in. Plays on. Careful with the kick. Hacking it out of there. An easy grab for Alice. Shuey controlling the airwaves on this occasion. Takes the mark. Hutchings looks to convert this opportunity. Hutchings has resources out wide. Archie takes it well. The ball ends up going to ground. He looks like he needs a spell. Just the wrong side of the post. There's nothing in this. Considering the options on the kick-in. Ends up turning this ball over. Needs a big kick if he's going to put this through. Allen going for number one. No one for him there. And it's a behind. West Coast behind by 1. Joyce looking for options now. Plays onto himself. Moves it by foot. Nelson gets the loose ball. Hanley, hurried kick. A strong pack mark. He flicks it over. Has a runner alongside him. Gathered by Ainsworth. Ainsworth will be the recipient of the free. A chance here to convert for Gold Coast. 40 metres out. Ainsworth going for number one. That was sweet. They put through another. He's enjoying that goal. Gold Coast by 7 points.
They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort. That came off the back of some good work further up the ground.
About to resume play. Swats it, takes possession. Just releases the ball. Fighting hard was Fiorini. At full stride, receives the handball. That's a real let-off there. Gold Coast by 8 points. McGovern considering the options on the kicking. Watson leaps over the top. He drives it. Jetta marks it. Looks up with the kick. Marks all alone. Shepherd kicks it. The ball finds its way out of play. Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
This is a great game, Hutto, and we can just sit back and enjoy it.
Just got the hands in the back there. Moved on by Miller. Shepherd looks in need of a spell. Looks like the ball will be coming back. Fiorini drives the kick. Takes that one strongly. Punches the kick. Ball collected. He gets another possession. Getting in the way was She. Witt a bit too casual with the tackle. A good mark under the circumstances. Handballs to a teammate on the run. Shuey wants to keep it moving by hand. Marks now and can send it back.
Gold Coast have the lead, but they're allowing plenty of opposition marks inside 50. They need to fix up that aspect of their game if they're to stay on top.
Uses it now. Easily takes the mark. Got boot to ball. Takes a nice mark. Joyce uses it by foot. He wins the ball in the air. Moves the ball by foot. Hutchings scoops it up. He slams it towards goal. Makes the most of that kick. It's a goal. That's his first. He's excited about that one. West Coast close the gap to 2. We resume hostilities. Thumped clear. Has it now. Cameron couldn't complete the tackle. Receives the handball and takes off. Mugavic had it, lost it. Shepherd collects the loose ball. Goes by hand. Hits the target by hand. Intervening brilliantly was Miller. Through for a minor score. Gold Coast lead by 3. Searching for a teammate. Mugabe plays it to himself. Puts it on the boot. Kelly takes the mark uncontested. Penetrating handball. He gains possession. Jetta puts the foot down. Practicing some fancy moves. Slips the handball to Chi. Finds his man. Always the blocker behind. West Coast reduced the margin.
They would have loved to capitalise on that opportunity. They can't afford to be missing too many chances in front of goal. Gold Coast have had less of the ball, but they still find themselves in front. It's clear that they're using it better, and that's why they lead.
Deciding where to go with the kick in. A strong mark in the pack from Ryan. Wants to move it quickly. Ball hits the deck. Taken well at ground level by Murdoch. Shrugs the tackle. He wins possession. Rioli gets in the way. Collects the loose ball. Handball finds Bowes. Collins has the ball. McPherson does well to mark. Going for distance with the kick. He takes the mark. Greenwood going for number 1. Doing well to intercept that kick. Mugabe elects to kick. Takes the mark all by himself. Watson kicks it. Cole with the mark. Looks to move it by foot. Nelson marks in a bit of space. A low stabbing kick. Takes a simple grab. Jetta spears the ball. A chance to reload the attack now. McPherson goes with the kick. Just put it on the boot. Watson found some space and marked. Elects to kick. Takes that one strongly. Kick by Kennedy. Good mark and looks to send it back. Collins sends one up towards the wing. She takes the mark. Hands it out to open space. Kelly drives the kick. West Coast trailing by 2 at the break.
Gold Coast will go into the rooms at half-time with plenty of confidence and back themselves for the second half.
Let's have a closer look at the stats.
West Coast are intercepting the ball well, but they're not capitalising on the scoreboard. They need to find the ball more at ground level to capitalise on their dominance in the air.
Thank you, Gaz. Well, that's the opening half complete. Don't go anywhere, as the third term is coming up right after this. Players back on the field to begin the second half here. We're back in the middle now. Witt gets onto the ball with quick hands. Sends it back to Miller. Just gave it away. Just handballs into space. Hits him hard. Murdoch was taken high in the tackle. This is kickable by his standards. Normally a good shot on goal. Big kick required from this distance. He's a long way from home, but he might have the wheels.
Move it on.
Going for goal number 2. Kept his head and kicked the goal.
No doubt about it.
Pretty happy with that one. 8 points the difference. Back in the middle now. Witt's got a fist to it, trying to avoid everything out there. Is in his possession, and now Cripps gets it away. Natanui with the intercept, slick with the hands. Ryan going for number 1. Just offline for a minor score. Once again, they fail to convert these chances. Just under 2 goals the difference now.
Gold Coast have actually turned it over more than the opposition, but they haven't allowed that to translate into scores. That's why they're still in front.
Might be too far out to score. Lining up from a 45-degree angle. Going for goal number 1. Does well to cut off the kick. Works the ball out of the 50. Kelly runs after the ball. Gets a handball away. Bowes just gets it onto the boot. Darling didn't mark it. Cleanly picked up. He takes aim. His teammates rush over. One more goal and they grab the lead.
That's a really good team goal. He did really well there and gets the reward. Gold Coast can't winning as much of the footy, but are still controlling the contest. Their efficiency with the ball is superior at the moment.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Missed the target. Quick handball. Quickly onto the boot. Alice got under it. Decides to kick. Has to do better than that in the mark contest. Works it across the ground. The mark has been taken. Goes with the kick. A mark by Watson. Moves it quickly. Puts boot to ball. Doesn't hold on to the mark. Applies a bump. The handball now from Cripps. He bangs it through. He acknowledges the crowd. West Coast have kicked the last 2 goals. They're in the lead now.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now. West Coast are on top but are losing the contested possession count. It's one area of their game that needs some work.
Back with another centre bounce. Thumps it clear. Has it now. Picked up by Ainsworth. He wins possession. Kennedy just put it on the boot.
Let him up, well.
There'll be a ball up, close to goal.
It's a very tight game right now.
Has a man running for him. Shuey unable to hold on. Mops up the loose ball. Spears the ball. Ainsworth gets on the end of this. It has to be a big kick to get it from there.
Go.
Going for goal number 1. Kennedy marks in a bit of space. Almost certain to go through from this distance.
Leave it off.
Going for goal number 1. Kennedy, love kicking that one. West Coast lead is now 11. The game is back underway. Punched away, putting his skills on display. The handball hits the target, fought hard to get a handball away. Sweeping handball. The ball spells to handling, picked up by Cripps. With the ball is Ryan. Looking to kick goal number 2. A disappointing kick. They are really struggling in front of goal. 2-goal lead for West Coast. Unsure of their next move. Gathers it now. Day releases the ball. Joyce handballs to no one in particular. Puts on a big hit. Dishes it off. Slams it on the boot. Marks that ball uncontested. Wants to play on. That's holding the ball. Archie puts on the tackle.
A great defensive effort.
With a driving kick. Allen doesn't take the mark. Alice sticks the tackle.
Great tackling there, Hutto.
Well collected. Bowes flicks it over. Kicks hurriedly. Drops the mark. Picked off the deck. Unable to create the space.
Showing some really good pressure there.
Brody there to mop up. Nobody can hold on here. McPherson gets on the end of that handball. Got hands to it. Watson puts the handball out in front. Jetta slams it onto the boot. Kelly was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. Brody puts on a bump. Releases the handball. Takes possession. Uses the hands instead of the body, and it's a free kick. Sexton takes the pressure of the goal kick upon himself. Almost directly in front here.
Move it on.
Going for goal number 3. A drop punt through the goals. A time to celebrate. And don't they get around Sexton. Just 2 goals in it. Back with another centre bounce. Natanui thumps it forward. Miller with a clean collect.
Right footy.
Ball up in the centre square.
A critical stage of this one.
Punches it clear. Scoops up the ball.
Thank you.
Ball up in the centre square. Clears the contest. Gaff quickly onto the boot. Intercepts the ball well. The kick from Hanley. Ends up turning this ball over. Goes by foot. Archie takes the mark. He's got the footy in his hands. He can take off after that handball. Sensed the opportunity and was able to take it. A second goal in the bag. Ryan enjoying that goal. West Coast over Gold Coast by 12.
Some great ball movement there. You just knew they were going to score. A great bit of play that resulted in that goal. West Coast are getting more of the ball on the outside, and it's their outside run that is generating plenty of scoring opportunities.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Ball gets cut off. Miller grabbed it clean. Miller earns a free kick. They can create from this. Sexton with the shot. Started the kick line, and it never came back. The Suns reduced the margin.
West Coast have turned the ball over a lot trying to play aggressively. It's where they turn it over which doesn't make it as dangerous.
Shuey kicks hard along the boundary line. Sees it over the boundary line. Umpire calls for a throw-in. Ball back into play. Thrashes it with the ball now. Schofield can link up through hands. Shuey rushes with the kick. With a driving kick. A chance to reload the attack now. Got boot to ball. Stands tall and marks.
West Coast have the lead, but they're allowing plenty of opposition marks inside 50. They need to fix up that aspect of their game if they're to stay on top.
Picks it up, using every ounce of energy he has left. Turned it over. Nelson will be the recipient of the free. Goes by foot. finds this one all by himself.
West Coast are allowing too many marks inside the opposition forward 50. If they continue to get beaten in this area, they'll find it difficult to keep the lead.
Releases by hand.
Big tackle.
Lobs the handball. Couldn't take it. Intercepted by Ryan. Joyce collects it. It's a turnover. Shuey gives it to the player running past. The umpire calls for the ball now. What can you tell us, Gaz?
I'm really enjoying this one, Hutto.
He takes the mark.
Well, when you look at the shots at goal, there just hasn't been enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to take a mark. West Coast forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
He's leading the ranking points.
He's the most dominant player on the ground at the moment.
Gets a touch to the ball. Archie getting the crowd involved. That's 2 in a row for West Coast. The margin is 17.
This is how they can score big, Hutto. If they can do that on a consistent basis, it's massive. West Coast are taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match.
The game is back underway. Thumps it clear.
Thank you.
The umpire will ball it up. Thump by Day. The bounce made it tough for Schofield. He gets his hands on the footy. Open opportunity for Archie. That's something to smile about. He loved that one. The lead is now 23. About to resume hostilities. Natanui clears the contest. Gone! What a tackle! Didn't get away from that tackle.
Brilliant chase.
Chips it towards half forward. Intercepts the ball well. Manufactures the handball. Linking by hand. Opportunity for Wits. Day gives it off. And now they go. Ryan grabs that one. Distance, no problems from here.
Move it on.
He likes his chances from here. They get around him after that effort. Gold Coast close the gap to 17. Back in the middle to resume play.
West Coast, Corker getting first use from their ruck.
Chips it towards half forward. Marks now and can send it back. Gets the handball away. Squeezes out a handball. Fantastic chase and tackle. A big tackle that he drives it. We have 1 quarter left to play. What caught your eye, Gary?
West Coast will want to keep the foot on the accelerator and finish this last quarter strongly.
What do you make of it all, Gaz?
West Coast got behind in the clearances, but are set up well enough defensively that it hasn't made a big impact.
Much appreciated, Gaz. We have 1 quarter of footy ahead of us. Let's go.
Oh, they're going to take some risks now. They can't afford to waste any time.
Witts won the hit out. Up for grabs for Darling. Sinks the slipper into it. Doing well to intercept that kick. Moved on by Bose. The ball ends up with Weller. Chose to kick it. He's worked hard and probably needs a chance to rest. He lays off the pass. A big contested grab. Schofield moves it now.
They're doing really well to chew some time off the clock here.
Over the top of the pack.
The Eagles just aren't running for each other or creating space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many set shots inside 50.
Close pin. Thank you.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square. What can you tell us at this stage, Gary?
I'm loving what this game is giving us right now.
He flicks it over. Manufactures a handball. What a brilliant tackle! Laying a strong tackle.
Great attack on the ball carrier.
Cole Puts it on the boot. Schofield looks to get onto the football. Just gets it onto the boot. Couldn't snaffle it. Miller dug it out. A clean pickup. Nelson sends one up towards the wing. Did well to get a hand in. Slams it onto the boot. Strong mark in the contest. McGovern goes with the kick. A good job keeping it in play there. Couldn't complete the play. Ball out of bounds. Darling runs onto the field. Thrown in now. Awkwardly got the handball out. Witt heading to the bench. We'll have a ball up close to the boundary line. Natanui with the hit. Picked up under pressure. Under pressure, but keeps it alive. Going for goal number 1. He's put it through. Congratulated by his teammates. Gold Coast now only trailed by 11. We resume hostilities. Swats it. Ends up with Kelly. Natanui links up with a chance to run. Just goes bang. Putting on the bump was Joyce. They can link up now. Good mark. And looks to send it back. Watson kicks it to the square. It's a foot race to get this one. A chance for Wicks. Looks like the ball will be coming back.
West Coast are allowing too many marks inside the opposition forward 50. If they continue to get beaten in this area, they'll find it difficult to keep the lead.
With quick hands. Collected by Sheen. It's cut off by Joyce. The handball hits the target. Dishes it off to a player on the run. Watson hacking it out of there. Took his eyes off the ball. Sheen won himself a free. Decides to go to the middle. Finds himself in space and marks. Got the hands free. Taken by Hutchings. Drops the ball. Rioli gets it away under pressure. Managed to get a hand to that one. West Coast up by a couple of goals.
That's a really poor finish there. Had to find a way to do better. A bad finish results in the behind. West Coast are doing a good job at cutting off the opposition attacks. Their intercept game is a key part of their defence.
Looking to bring it back into play. Right, dishes it off. Brody moves it now. The ball finds itself to the boundary. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
This is a classic game we're seeing right now.
Needs a bit of a rest. Sweeping handball, quick hands, and they could be away here. Going for goal number 1. Hooks the kick. It's under 2 goals now. Weighing up the options now. McGovern plays on. Elects to kick. Does well to cut off the kick. Miles drives the kick. Lining up for goal. Works it across the ground. Great mark. Giving it off was Archie. Hurried kick. Does well to cut off the kick. Hanley uses it by foot. Cripps picks up the loose ball.
Fantastic pressure there.
Collins kicks it. Looks like the ball will be coming back. Slams it on the boot. Strong with the body and wins the mark. Moved on by Cripps. I haven't seen him for a while, Gaz.
He needs to find a way into this game.
Sees it out of play. Umpire calls for a boundary throw. Ball tossed back in. He's on fire at the moment, Gaz.
He just keeps finding the footy.
Dishes it off. Rushes with the kick. Dropped a mark he should have taken. Links with hands. Wants to keep it moving. He gains possession. He's got the football now. Just leaves it in his wake. Great goal. Ryan celebrating hard. West Coast doing well at the moment. Witt just swats it away. Shuey keeps it moving. Linking by hand. Finds his man. Shuey throws the ball away. Decides to kick. Alice found a way to mark that one.
West Coast haven't been able to set up many set shots at goal, but I'm not sure that it's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way.
Hanley just threw it. Kick by Grioli.
West Coast have the lead, but they're allowing plenty of opposition marks inside 50. They need to fix up that aspect of their game if they're to stay on top.
And the mark will be paid. 45 metres out.
Move it on!
Kelly with a chance for a third goal today. No issues with that drop punt. Celebrating hard. West Coast have kicked back-to-back goals. Now they lead by 23.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal.
We're back in the middle now. Hammers it. He has the ball. Brody gains possession. Releases by hand. Has a man running for him. Releases the handball. Watson puts it on the boot. Kelly has a great set of hands. Goes by hand. Hutchings has a teammate on the move. Ends up turning this ball over.
West Coast haven't been able to set up many set shots at goal, but I'm not sure that it's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way.
Just puts it out in front. He has the ball. Witt is streaming past and gets the footy. Intercepts the ball well. Goes with the kick. McGovern hangs on to that one. Moves the ball by foot. A chance to reload the attack now. 40 metres out. A 45-degree angle for this shot at goal.
Move it on!
He goes for broke. It's somehow pitched over the line, and it's a goal. Right, kicks his second. Look at him, he really enjoyed that one. Gold Coast behind by 17. About to resume play. Witt with the punch. Found a way to keep balanced. Fiorini gets a quick kick away. Marks now and can send it back. Schofield elects to kick. Finds a bit of room to mark. He spears the ball. Murdoch dug out the loose ball. He's worked hard and probably needs a chance to rest. Taking a nice grab. Keeps it moving. Drives the kick hard. Does well to keep it in play. And the ball ends up over the line. Ball to be tossed back in. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
This is a great game, Hutto, and we can just sit back and enjoy it.
They can link up now. Rioli gets the ball. Nobody can catch him. That one will really lift them.
He's absolutely loving it. Why not?
Puts his second on the board. Congratulated by his teammates. Back in the middle as the Rucks go at it. Punches it clear. Fiorini finds possession. Witt gets it out of congestion. Doing well to intercept that kick. Ainsworth sends one up towards the wing. Uses it now. Decides to keep it alive. A chance to put a second goal on the board. The Suns behind by 22. McGovern weighing up the options now. Cole is blowing hard after that effort. Great tackle.
Coaches love to see that kind of tackling pressure.
Stuck the bits out there and held on to it. What a game, what a comeback. It kept me biting my nails to the very last minute. Gary, what really stood out for you today?
A massive missed opportunity for Gold Coast. They got themselves into a good position and then just fell apart at the seams. A really disappointing result.
Cheers, Gaz. Final scores are 81 to 59. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Gaz.
Thanks, Hutto. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
We stick together through thick and thin. We grow as champions from within. Our club knows it's more than winning. It's West Coast magic and it's just beginning. Swing for the hot sun, where we fish off the dock with a shotgun and a BMX track out the back, not giving a shit. With a pig on the spit, and you can bet your bottom dollar there's a two. We got the backyard looking like the wrong zoo with the fluoro skyline, bats in the distance. Facts, you won't catch Max doing dishes. We got an AK shooting clay pigeons, and Ism on the decks banging grave diggers. And if the cops come and stop the beat, that's when I let a pack of ridgebacks off the leash. Down by the river, learn how to swim, where the records play and wash away all the stress that's